Okay guys, so here it is, morning of day 2. I showed you a little bit of what my face looks like. I am going to go ahead and wash it now to show you how to take care of it the morning after. You can always come into our office and we'll clean it for you, but if you rather take care of it at home so you don't go out looking like this, I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy and it doesn't hurt. The first thing that you want to have is some distilled water. You can get that at Walgreens or CVS or the grocery store. And a gentle cleanser. I'm using the Hexam by Vivier. We have that in the office. We also sell a cleanser in our recovery kit, which works really great. And the final thing are some gauze pads. That's just going to make it a little easier to break up this crusting. So the first thing that I am going to do is figure out how to get my phone to stand up straight. Okay. So I'm going to take a couple of these gauze pads. I'm just going to put some of that water on them. Then I like to take this and squirt 1 or 2 pumps onto the pads. Just kind of mash it up together. Then I'm just going to kind of soak my face, not do too much rubbing or anything, just soak it. Now the cleanser is really to break up that balm that you've had on overnight. Sorry, I have a runny nose this morning. So we're really just trying to loosen up the balm. The main point of this is that you don't want to have scabbing. You don't want it to be dry. So then I'm just going to start wiping it gently to kind of take that crusting off. Now you want to be gentle, but you do have to rub a little bit so that you can get the crusting off of it. I think the nose is always a little bit tender for me. And what I'm trying to do is just again get off any scabs that have formed overnight. Okay, now that I've got my face mostly cleared of those little scabs, you can see that it's kind of red, pretty red. But what I tried to do was break up the scabs. And what's happening now is that I am starting to get a little bit more of that pinpoint bleeding, just those little places where the laser was. And my next thing that I'm gonna do is just rinse it with the distilled water. Just splash a little distilled water on it. And you know, it does sting a little bit, so this whole process stings a little bit. But it doesn't hurt, it's just a little bit stingy. So I'm just putting some of that distilled water on. Just try to rinse off some of that cleanser. Okay. Now the next thing that I'm going to use is a hydrating vitamin spray. This is the Bio2 Aminoplex spray. This one stings, but it's good for you. So you can either fan it afterwards. Sometimes you can use the hair dryer. The fanning just helps it not be quite as stingy. So this is my second CO2. My first one was in 2015. And it really does amazing things for your skin. So even though this is a bit of a process, it's worth it. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry for a few minutes and then I'll do the last step and we'll be on our way. Okay, so once your face is all cleaned off and dried, the last step is to use just a protective balm. And we're just gonna apply a thin layer of the balm to the entire treated area. So you can use Aquaphor or Cetaphil. I'm using this Glucan Pro. I'm just gonna take a little bit like that I'm just gonna do a thin layer. Really don't need to go overboard. You don't want to clog anything up, but you do want to protect this area. And so what this does is just forms a barrier so that any kind of bacteria that's floating out there doesn't get into those open pores that we have. And also just helps to keep the skin moisturized so that you don't get too many of those scabs forming. Okay, once you've got the whole thing covered, you're a little bit shiny and you're ready to go for the day. So go ahead and repeat those steps a couple of times today. You just kind of want to wash it off, break up any scabs that start to form, and then put that balm back on. And we'll see how we look tomorrow. Okay guys, here I am, end of the first full day. So it's about 9 o'clock. So that is 24 hours, 24, 28 hours after I had my CO2. So I've just been trying to keep the balm on it all day. Pretty red, and I was out and about like this today. I had some people looking at me and I was kind of like, okay, are they looking at me? But no pain. The most annoying part is just keeping that balm on it because it can feel a little bit weird. And tried to wash my face once or twice today to keep any scabs from forming on it. And we'll see how we look tomorrow morning. So it is the morning of the third day, or the second morning after my CO2, so this is the third day, and you can see it's still pretty red and splotchy. I am just gonna kind of go through the same steps. There isn't really any crusting, so that's good, but you can feel it starting to get pretty tight, and so I'm gonna go through same thing I did yesterday, wash everything up and then put that balm on and try to leave the balm on for most of the day today, and then try to definitely stay out of the sun. You want to stay out of the sun when your face looks like this because the heat is just going to agitate it and make it take longer to heal. So stay out of the sun.
Are you making snakes?
No, because my toothpaste.
Because he wasted all the toothpaste.
Because Mommy, I need help.
Okay, one more thing I wanted to say is that it's totally normal to get milia, which are like little white heads, after a CO2 laser. So I have a couple right there and there. And you are not going to have an acne breakout or anything like that. It's just milia, just your skin responding to the CO2 and to the balm. So it's all right. Hey guys, it is Sunday morning and this is day 1, 2, 3 after my laser. So I had the laser on Thursday, and this is a couple hours after waking up. So I took a shower this morning and I did not put the balm on yet today. I just washed my face with some regular face wash and regular water today. So by today you should be healing up pretty well. Still pretty red like you can see, but not so much of the scabbing. Now it's not uncommon for it to be different amounts of red in different areas, and that's just because we use different settings in different parts of the face, and also your body's going to respond differently to the laser in different parts. So don't be concerned if you're like, oh my gosh, it's really red over here and not that red right here. It's all going to turn out beautiful. So today just remember, stay out of the sun, keep it moist, and you're good to go. Tomorrow will be even better. Hey guys, it's Felicia. It's Monday morning and I'm getting ready for work. And as you can see, my face is looking better and better. Some people with CO2 lasers are expecting a lot of peeling, but the way that we do CO2 lasers, the spot size is really small, and so you're not going to get big flakes of skin. You will, however, get these tiny little ones here. Now, it's best not to pull them off. I'm still going to moisturize today. And you're going to get that little bit of dryness, and you want to keep the skin moist. Even today I'm going to just use a regular moisturizer and a sunscreen, not that balm again, but you want to keep it moist because that's how the skin heals faster. So make sure to use your moisturizer today, make sure to use the sunscreen, and still stay out of the sun. And there you have it. That's 5 days of healing after a CO2 laser, and I'll do a follow-up in a couple weeks so you can see what it looks like 1 or 2 weeks out. Thanks for watching, and remember to take good care of your face after a CO2 laser. Bye.